You excited to be up here today for the launch ahead of the finals?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for lads from such a small school in Offaly. Like, it's serious.
And
Yeah.
has the school been in finals like this recently or ever before?
In 2022, yeah, we won the C All Ireland, and 2023, I think it was, we won the B. So yeah, we've been around before, yeah.
And what's the excitement been like in the school over the last week or two and leading up ahead to the final?
It's great. There's great buzz around the school, and even like friends and family talking about it. It's serious buzz. Like,
Offaly hurling has been on the up, especially the last couple of years. Like, do you get to feel that as well in the school?
Yeah, you can feel it all around the place. There's a lot of lads locally that would have been on them under 20 panels that won All Irelands and stuff. So yeah, it's feeding in all around really.
And have you had a particularly tough game or moment so far in the campaign that you think have kind of banded this group together?
Yeah, definitely. The North Leinster final we played against Navan, it went to penalties, and we won it by, I think it was 5-3 on penalties. But yeah, that definitely galvanised us anyway. So.
You learn a lot about a group like that, don't you, when you have to go down to penalties?
yeah, it went to the wire. Like, so it brought out the character in all of us. So it really knitted the group together.
We see a lot of the coaching staff and teachers up here as well today. How proud are they of you to get this far?
Sure, it's great to get this far, and everyone's behind us, and they just want us to do the best we can. So it's great.
And you mentioned that it's a small enough school, but probably the best thing about club hurling or school hurling is that you get to play with lads from other clubs. Are there many clubs involved?
Yeah, I think there's 4 or 5. Kilcormac anyway, Drumcullen, Kinnity, Borrisoleigh Gales. Yeah, there's 4 or 5 anyways. Yeah, I got to meet loads of new lads during school, so it's great. Yeah.
What's it like getting to play with lads that would usually be the rivals?
It's good now. In training they'd still be the rivals, I suppose, a small bit, but yeah, it's good, yeah.
And you got to have a look and a little bit of a chat with your opponents today. What are you thinking?
Yeah, look, it's a bit nervy here today now, but sure, it'll all be out the window when the ball's thrown in. So.
What would it mean to you to be able to bring the cup back to the school?
I'd be serious because like it's our last year in school, and we're doing so well. So we just like to go the whole way and bring it back for the school and everyone. It'd be great for family and friends and everyone.
You'll have a lot of travelling support so in the day?
Yeah, hopefully now, yeah, everyone will make their way. So it'll be great.
Brilliant. Cheers. Mihal, how excited are you to be up here today for the launch ahead of the finals?
It's unreal. Like, this is what you dream of, playing with your school, getting to an All Ireland. Sure, it's just everyone is so excited now for the game to come around.
Is there a big buzz around the school, so outside of the playing group?
There is actually. The school now is full of colour, and even the town of Borrisoleigh itself is. All the people around now are getting excited for the game, and you're meeting loads of people.
Does that make it extra exciting, the fact that the community itself is kind of getting behind you?
Exactly, yeah. Like, everybody, you're getting text messages now saying best of luck and everything. So, yeah, I just can't wait for the game to come around now.
Has St Joseph's been in many of these finals recently?
No. The last All Ireland final I think St Joseph's were in was in 2002 and didn't win it either. So, hopefully this will be our first ever All Ireland victory. So.
Does that make it extra special then?
Exactly, yeah. So it'll be very nice to get over the line.
We see some of the coaches have come up with the lads as well today. They must be so proud of you to get this far.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we said at the start of the year we dropped a grade. We were in B last year, couldn't get over the line in many games, but we said when we dropped to C that we wanted to have a good crack at this, and we have as well. So hopefully now we can go all the way and win it out.
And Tipperary obviously had such a great year last year. Hurling seems to be in a great place in the county.
Yeah, exactly. Look, sure, Tipperary is a great county, I suppose, but yeah, schools hurling at Tipperary is at its all-time high, I suppose. Like, last 4 years, this is the first year that the Tipperary team haven't been in it. So hopefully now we can make it happen and make a Tipperary team win another All-Ireland final. So.
And it's always great with schools hurling that you get to play with people from other clubs. Is there a real kind of close-knit bond with your team?
Yeah, there is, to be fair. We're a very small school, I suppose, about 350 altogether. So we're only a mixture of, I suppose, 5 clubs altogether. So yeah, it's great. So we all get to hurl together because you're always playing against them. So it's nice to be together for once.
Good afternoon, and you're very welcome to this post-primary schools Cup All-Ireland final. It is the Michael Cusack Cup final between Colaiste Naomh Cormac of Kilcormac and St. Joseph's of Borrisoleigh. My own name is Tom Clancy, and what a pleasure it is here to be here this afternoon for this one. The sun is out, the youngsters are out to support their schoolmates, their clubmates, and indeed they're good friends indeed. We'll take a look at the sides for this one. We'll start with the Offaly side, who of course lining up in those familiar Offaly colours of green, white and yellow. That is of course Colaiste Naomh Cormac from Kilcormac. They start with James McLaughlin in goal, Sean Cleary, Tomas Carroll and Niall Farrell. Just here, getting word through here that the match is delayed by 5 minutes, just owing to the referee's late arrival. But just to continue with the Colaiste Naomh Cormac team, so the full back line: Sean Cleary, Tomas Carroll and Niall Fitzgerald. AJ Bracken and Luke Bracken are at 5 and 6, and they're joined in the half back line by James Dooley. At midfield we have Joe Quinn and Fiachra Carroll. The half forward line sees another one of the joint captains, that's James Hennessy. He's from the Drumcullen club, and he is flanked by Sean Gill and Oisin McKeown. The inside line sees Martin Ryan at the edge of the square, and he's flanked by Kilcormac Calahi duo Lachlan Fletcher and Jack Dunnican. The St. Joseph's Borrisoleigh side, they will line up in familiar colours, of the same colours as of course the Borrisoleigh club. That is maroon with a white band. They have Oisin Ryan in goals. The full back line will see Oisin Ryan is the goalkeeper. Cormac Friend, Daniel Groom and Adam White are the full back line. Kieran Troy, David Rabbit and Mark Hoare are their half back line. Captain Micheál Collins, he is joined at midfield by Michael Ryan. The half forward line is Owen Ryan, Cathal Kennedy and Liam Cahill. The inside line sees Billy O'Brien at number 14, and he's flanked by Shane Ryan of Borrisoleigh and Cody Quirk, his clubmate, another one from Toomey Vara. We're, as I said, delayed ever so slightly, just with big traffic congestion here in Borrisoleigh for this one, but a huge bumper crowd in for both sides for this one. The referee is caught up in all of that, as well as indeed were many others, so we'll just be underway momentarily. A splendid afternoon here in Tipperary for this one, so the halfway point really between these two schools, and a big prize and offer with the All-Ireland C title on show here this afternoon. It is of course the Michael Cusack Cup, one of the very early forerunners of the GA, a cup named in his honour, and a very splendid prize indeed for both these schools for all their effort. You may see the youngsters there just recharging. They were making plenty of noise when I arrived a short time ago, and we'll see plenty of singing and chanting. The Borrisoleigh supporters over to our right, and indeed the Kilcormac supporters just down here to our left hand side, so expect plenty of noise and colour from them this afternoon. Just taking a brief look at how these sides got to the decider for this one. It has been a marathon effort from both schools to get here. Borrisoleigh, they were Munster C champions a couple of months ago when they defeated CBS of Dungarvan. That game was played in Feather, 218 to 120. That was the minimum required 1 point victory, and they repeated the trick then with a 5 points victory over Garbaley College of Ballinasloe in the semi-final of this competition. But before that, they had played 3 group games, a quarter-final and a semi-final, so it is very much been a busy schedule for them. Their 8th outing so far this campaign, with 13 goals so far scored by them. Well, Kilcormac, they arrived to this one having also played 8 games, and of course they would have played in the Leinster North Championship first. They won that on penalties, would you believe, against St. Patrick's School of Navan after extra time, 3-1 on penalties, and they bounced then into the Leinster semi-final, where they faced Ferrybank of Wexford, and they won that one by 5 points themselves. Then the Leinster final saw them beat Lucan CBS 223 to 15 points before beating St. Patrick's High School of Keady in the All-Ireland semi-final, later of course from Armagh. So both sides arriving well tested, well oiled and indeed well able, but only one of them can take home the Michael Cusack Cup. You'll see there John Bugler, the match referee, just going through the formalities with the team captains. Of course, joint captains, as I mentioned, for Kilcormac, they're at 6 and 11, and indeed the green helmet there of Micheál Collins. So it's Luke Bracken and James Hennessy for Kilcormac, who appear to have won the toss and will be playing from right to left here in Borrisoleigh. No considerable breeze advantage. It's balmy afternoon. At long last, we have the sun out in the country after what has been a very gloomy winter. Plenty of these schools matches played on artificial surface earlier in the year, but here we are now at the business end. We're back on grass and we're back underneath the warming temperatures here in late March. So just the final touches being put in place, and we should be ready to rumble in the next moment or two here in Borrisoleigh. As you can hear, atmosphere ramping up here in Borris. We will have our Ron Naveen in the next moment or two if young Emma Torpey can be heard through it all. Although referee John Bugler of Clare maybe hasn't got the message just yet. A wonderful rendition from Emma Torpey, a local here in Borrisoleigh. And with that, we're underway in the 2025-2026 All-Ireland C Colleges final. And immediately it's Borrisoleigh on the charge, looking for the first shot of this afternoon's contest. That is going to go short and into the paw. It's turned over inside. There's an early chance of a goal, and it's finished to the net. It's into the net, a matter of seconds into the contest. It's the corner forward who's got it. It's Cody Quirk, the number 15. And he profits on a bit of hesitation from James McLaughlin, and Borrisoleigh off to a perfect start in this final. An early goal from Cody Quirk, the Toomey Vara clubman. And how will the Offaly boys respond to that? They have it here around the middle. Low ball in, searching for clean possession off the stick of a defender. And that's Cormac Friend of Toomey Vara. He's knocked it out, and it will be a line ball for Kilcormac. Brilliant spread of colour in the stand here, and of course going to be matched now on the pitch by the 30 odd players who'll take to the field. Ball cut dangerously, but too much on it from Jack Dunnican, the corner forward. And bumper crowd in for this one. Standing room only now at this point as the ball taken in the air, and Borrisoleigh going in search of another score. This is Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan inside the 20, going for the juggler. Ryan fires it over the bar, and huge roar greets that one. Brilliant stuff by the number 13, and Ryan off his left knocks it over. And with 2 minutes gone, we have a 4-point advantage already for Borrisoleigh. They're first to the puck out and have the numbers now to arrow another one into their inside line. All just holding up there in the grass as Kilcormac really desperate now to get a foothold in these early exchanges. Sean Cleary is there for them, the number 2, but no one seems to want to bend their back and get their hands in it. It eventually comes up to AJ Bracken. Bracken powering out with it. Delivers long and looking for one of his inside men, Lachlan Fletcher, but he's going to be second best to this ball. Ball tossed around back there. Oh, it's given away. Is there going to be a chance here for Dunnican? And Dunnican off the left. The umpires going for the flag. And they're on the board now, Kilcormac. Well taken score on that occasion. And now we certainly have a game on here for this one as puck out reaches beyond halfway. Owen Ryan there for Borrisoleigh. He can't get it, but Fiachra Carroll does. Another from the Kilcormac Colaiste Club. Of course, backbone of this team. Sends it inside, but back there is Cormac friend. And in fact, it's Adam White, but he's been beaten to it. And you'll see there we've one change in with Jack Gould in wearing 17. Ball sent around, the dangerous one. There's a good block in there. It's going to break to Oisin McKeown. McKeown, second attempt, gathers a Keown. There's a block in and he's shot there, and it's off target. Good pressure from the Borrisoleigh backs, who were probably guilty of giving it up that fraction too easy, but they managed to put the forward off as Oisin Ryan again comes down to this near stand side. Flash of the ash in the air. It breaks the way of James Dooley, and Dooley sends it inside looking for a willing runner, and that is one of the inside forwards. Ball switched across now to Martin Ryan. Ryan bearing down on goal. Ryan going through. Will we have a penalty? It's gone wide. Referee is having a look. He's giving the penalty. Martin Ryan was upended, and we will have a penalty for the Offaly boys from Kilcormac. Towering presence. You can see the skills on show from Martin Ryan, and he was stopped, but stopped illegally. And we have the opportunity to have this contest levelled up here in Borrisoleigh. No sliotar just yet for James Hennessy, and before he can strike it, there'll be a word for Daniel Groom. If it was, of course, at inter-county level, it would be potential for a black card, but it would probably be just the yellow on this occasion, not applicable here at schools level. So a yellow for Daniel Groom, 3 fouls, 14, and this will give the opportunity for Hennessy off his left hand side. Hennessy off the post, almost comes back to him. What drama we've had already, and we're only 5 minutes into this All-Ireland final. Ball down the other end, it's Cathal Kennedy. Kennedy off the left from the sideline. It's in dangerously inside. There's a touchdown there. Goalkeeper comes out and whips it away. That's James McLaughlin. Goes to nobody in particular, and Borrisoleigh look to profit once again. Ball worked back outside. Is it going to carry? It is. It's knocked over the bar. The man with the blue helmet, the midfielder, has knocked it over. In fact, it was Liam Hackett who's converted that one. Well, what drama. End-to-end action is ball sent in by Martin Ryan. That is brilliant. A towering figure is Martin Ryan. Skills to match. And he's showing what he's all about. And they immediately reply to that point to keep the goal margin between them. Ball down long in here. There's a chance of a shot from Owen Ryan. Ryan has put it straight over the bar. Well, we're witnessing an exhibition of scoring so far. And Ryan didn't even need to move his feet from where he was, really. Just one step out to the right. And he knocks it over the bar. As McLaughlin goes long with the puck out. Wasn't handled on the ground. Play will go on. Oisin McKeown tries to find a runner in front. And he will gather it. As Kilcormac trying to get their hands on it. Who has it? It's a line ball coming for Borrisoleigh. A frenetic start, and delighted to say that Leo O'Connor now joins me. Leo, you were one of the many caught up in the traffic. Welcome.
One of the many caught up in the traffic. Isn't every day you go to an All-Ireland final you end up parking in a graveyard. Whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable atmosphere.
Absolutely. So, to bring you up to speed, 1-3 to 2 points. A missed penalty from Kilcormac, but they're certainly in the dogfight here as ball arrowed down by Borrisoleigh. That opening minute goal for them has them in a strong position, but coming out with it here on this occasion is AJ Bracken. Kilcormac looking to work it out from here. Into the traffic goes Joe Quinn. Quinn sends it in though, and there's again strength in numbers back there for Borrisoleigh, and Borrisoleigh will launch another attack from here, switching to the corner as there's a big fight for possession once again as he carried it out over the line. He has, and it's going to be a line ball here which could be cut over the bar. It's perfect conditions for something like this, so Shane Ryan will be on it. And Leo, Offaly teams in All-Ireland finals, they bring a crowd.
No matter where they go these days, they bring a crowd. Fair dues to them. Just absolutely, the weather is absolutely glorious and the occasion absolutely brilliant for an All-Ireland Sea Colleges final. What more can you want?
Yeah, that's it. And we've had a feisty start with the scores. We've obviously Borrisoleigh with the better of that start, but that penalty that came off the post from James Hennessy was a big moment, but plenty of time for Kilcormac to do something about that as they have it through Sean Gill, and Gill sweeps it down. And again, Borrisoleigh with that spare player back there, but fighting for his Lachlan Fletcher. He's outnumbered, but is he outfought? Doesn't look like it. Will he get his paws in it here? Now the cavalry arrive as the number 17, Jack Gould, powers out with it, puts it on the Hurley, and just dribbles it down the line. There's a man there, and that's Cathal Kennedy. The number 11 sends it inside, but there's numbers at the other end. AJ Bracken, not the first time this afternoon he's pulled one out of the sky. And Bracken comes out with it, but he's over carried. And the pressure was applied by the forwards, and Bracken guilty of taking too many steps.
Yeah, just unfortunately, just came out with the ball. One good possession, sitting very in a very good position as a sweeper. Just came out and over carried it. Just the last yard that really caused him to give away the free. So still, though, you got to admire the work with Borrisoleigh. They closed him down pretty quickly as well.
They sure did. The opportunity now for, I believe it's Liam Hackett. In fact, it's the captain, Collins, who's arrowing it over. A couple of men with green helmets, but the Temple-Derry Kenyon's man has knocked it over. And the first point from a free for him. And the gap goes out now to 5 for the first time this afternoon as Kilcormac a little bit rocked by that early goal and indeed by the penalty miss, but Borrisoleigh trying to make them pay for any errors back there. Good goalkeeping by James McLaughlin, and he finds a runner. That's Fiacre Carl. Carl sends it inside for his forwards to go and win, but back there is Cormac Friend. Friend ends up on the floor, and the ball has skidded off the finely cut grass here, and it's going to be a wide ball.
Yeah, Fiacre Carroll in the middle of the field. He's part of the Offaly minor hurling panel this year. As is number 11 is James Hennessy. He's part of, and Jack Dunnigan, both of them are part of the Offaly under 20 hurling panels this year. So there's plenty of experience out there.
There is indeed good talent on both sides, but it's the early runnings for Borrisoleigh as they get on it now through Owen Ryan. Saw his point a couple of minutes ago. Unable to get away for a shot on this occasion. The aforementioned Carl comes onto it. Now this is Hennessy, moves it onto a runner. That's Oisin McKeown. McKeown, little short stick pass inside for Dunnigan. Dunnigan fires it. I thought he was thinking about a goal, but he put enough on it and it goes over the bar.
If they probably had hand passed the ball, if the ball instead of strike passing it, if he'd hand passed it, would he give him that half a second and the opportunity? No better boy to run at you than Jack Dunnigan.
Yeah, he'll be happy though to have split the posts and just stem the flow. They're back to within 4 as Borrisoleigh again looking for the immediate responses. Hackett can't bring it under his grasp. We're going to see a pull on the ball. Back there working it so hard, Martin Ryan has been playing way out the field. The referee puts the arm up belatedly, it must be said, but Owen Ryan is fouled and it'll be an opportunity for Borrisoleigh to reply once more to the score at the other end.
It's a war nutrition around the middle of the field, Tom, isn't it? In fairness to both teams, they're going at it out that middle third, and you can see the benefits of getting a free there, because you know it's very hard win possession out there, the amount of numbers that are out there, and this is making it easier for Borrisoleigh, to be quite honest. Tip this one over the bar on the 45-metre line, nearly dead straight in front of the goals.
So the opportunity which presents itself is going to be struck here by the corner forward, the man with the goal, and now with a point to his name, that's Cody Cork. The young supporters lift their voices once again. Borrisoleigh gather it, but Snow spilling it, taking their eyes off it, but back there is Cathal Kennedy. Charging through is Joe Quinn into traffic. Spills it. Can't get it up though. And an opportunity for Borrisoleigh to clear their lines. And it's going to go all the way out here, is it? Yeah, just skips out over the line so everyone can catch their breath.
It's just interesting to see what Colaiste Naomh have done, bringing young Martin Ryan out centre forward, a big, tall, rangy young flip, trying to get his hand up and get clean possession, and get him down further down the field.
Saw what he can do close to goal as well by winning that penalty early on.
Yeah.
So he has it in abundance wherever he is on the field. As again, Borrisoleigh have the numbers back there. It's Cormac, friend of Toomey Vara. He's on the floor. Where's the ball? And Bugler having a good look. He's happy that the ball is still moving. And pitch and fine nick, it must be said, but still a touch on the soft side given all the poor weather we've had in the last, what feels like 6 years, but it's probably been the last 6 months or 6 weeks. But referee eventually has to call a halt, and he's going to throw the ball in between James Hennessy and Michael Ryan.
That's a great score.
Free for Carl. Umpires like it. Carl loves it. And the Offaly boys knock one over. That's a fine score from the midfielder.
Absolutely, putting them 4 points up on the board, 1-5 to 4 points.
4 down, you should say.
Sorry, yeah.
Keeping them in touch. They're going to need plenty more from Fiacre Carl and company, where that one comes from. Again, Borrisoleigh looking to reply immediately. They get strength, they get numbers to the break though, to Kilcormac on this occasion. Again, it's a rock ball here. Who's going to come bursting out with it? Looks to me as if it's Owen Ryan. Spoons it down the line. It's a slight bit aimless as Shane Ryan goes to win it, but powering out is the joint captain, Luke Bracken. Goes up to the other joint captain. Here's Hennessy, all on his own. 4 Borrisoleigh men around him. Has to divvy his way out of the traffic. Back to Joe Quinn. Sends it inside, looking for one of his inside men. That's good defending there by Cormac Friend. Got the ball to ground and allows Kieran Troy to come and support him. Pinch there though by Lachlan Fletcher, all the way up in the corner. He's nearly in the main street in the village here, as sends it across the square, but there's no one there in the green, white and gold of Kilcormac. It's lovely take on the run from Bracken, but his delivery not the cleanest of strikes. I'm sure he'd agree with me when he sees that one back, but Borrisoleigh searching for runners, searching for options on the inside line themselves. Who has it now over on that far side? It is Sean Gill. And Gill loses it, has to kick it ahead of himself. Play will continue. How was that picked up? Well, it was, but it's sent inside. There's a one-on-one battle inside. Back there is Niall Fitzgerald, the defender. Fitzgerald does everything he can, tries to kick it away, and eventually it goes away from goal. He'll be happy with that, Will Fitzgerald, but now he sees the corner forward. Catch it.
Great score.
Has it gone over? It is. It's brilliant. It's Cormac Quirk. Superb. Well, I thought they'd done the hard bit of getting him away from goal. Or Cody Quirk, I should say. Cody Quirk splits the post. Brilliant stuff from him. Just shows you he can do it close to goal and indeed out near the sideline as Joe Quinn looks to get onto it. But again, a Tipperary jersey beats him to it as James Dooley gets a stick on it. Here's Ryan. Marcin Ryan, as he's lost it now. The gap out to 5 as Borrisoleigh really tried to ram home their superiority in these early exchanges. AJ Bracken comes out with it though. And there's no one really around the middle. So Micheál Collins, the team captain from the centre of the park. It's going to go dangerously close. The goalkeeper did well and watched it all the way. Another one from, of course, the Kilcormac High Club. They've worked it out now to
Fiacre
Carl. And he's looking for the runner, who's James Dunnican, and he's going to be beaten though to it by the fullback, Daniel Groom. Groom doing well. They work it short and again knocked it up. Lovely touch there by Kieran Troy, but he's been has seen it intercepted. Here's Hennessy. Shot at the post from Dunnican. Is that going to go all the way?
Just to the right and wide.
Fractions in it, but it has gone wide, and by my reckoning, that's a third wide of this opening half from Kilcormac, as Borrisoleigh wasting no time getting the game back underway.
Runner going through the middle here.
Yeah, a midfielder. Oh, we can't gather it. Kilcormac have 4 or 5 men chasing the ball. One of them gets a hook in, but the danger not averted yet. Tomas Carroll is there, so too McLaughlin. And McLaughlin does well on this occasion. Powers out with it as Fiacre Carroll is on it. But again, I must remind you that it's a dry day here in Borrisoleigh, but it feels like the ball is like a bar of soap at times. But in it goes to Fletcher. He wins the race this time out in front. Gets his shot away. Didn't get the cleanest connection to it, and it also tails outside that right-hand post. And another wasted opportunity for Kilcormac.
He had a little bit more time than he realised if he'd just come back in field in an extra yard or two and popped it over the bar. But nevertheless, continuously showing for the ball.
Sure is, and he winning the race on that occasion. So further encouragement for him. There's the chant of Boris. They're not looking for Boris Becker or Boris Jansen. It's for Borrisoleigh as they look for another score. Dangerous bit of defending inside there, looking for another goal. It's got it to the back of the net. It's finished off by Michael Ryan. The midfielder operating in the forwards. They tried to stop him illegally, they couldn't. He powers through, and Lowe bouncing it into the net gives Borrisoleigh an 8-point advantage.
Is it AJ Bracken? I think is going to pick up a yellow card. I'm not sure. Is it him? No, it's not.
It's the number 2.
It's number 2, Sean Cleary, is it? He's picking up a yellow card.
Swiped across with the hurley, didn't he? And the frustrating part is he didn't even stop the man. Good strength by Micheál Ryan, good determination and good skill as well, of course, to finish it off.
Last 5 minutes, so you can see the Borrisoleigh dominance just across their half back line. They're getting numbers on ball and they're delivering very good ball into their forwards.
And psychologically a big blow to the Kilcormac charge as Borrisoleigh want to get on the break in their own half back line. They don't win it this time as Joe Quinn is on it. Quinn harried all the way, moves it on to Fiacre Carl.
Great response. Great response.
The ideal response from Carl as we tick into the 21st minute. And a nice score from the midfielder. Badly needed, it must be said. As again, Borrisoleigh win their puck out. There's a runner. That's Liam Hackett. Oh, lovely defending on this occasion by Bracken, the centre back, Luke Bracken. Back there as well as Sean Gill. It's moved out though to Owen Ryan. Lovely intricate passing. Micheál Collins off the left. Collins wheels away because he split the post beautifully. Micheál Collins.
Yeah, very clever hand pass though out from Collins. Just popped it into his hand, created the space and the striking ability to strike it over the bar from 60 yards.
Leading by example is the Temple-Derry Kenyans clubman as Fiacre Carl gets on it. His hand pass is a bit overcooked and it allows a maroon jersey to come in with it. That's Jack Gould is a high challenge on him, and Gould's not listed to start, but does, showing his value there, powering through to win a free.
See the physical strength of the Borrisoleigh boys out around the middle. They're powering through the middle the whole time. They're getting the runner off. They're number 8 there for Michael Collins, the captain of the Borrisoleigh boys. He's standing over this one, but you can see he's hurling ability. He's just his spatial awareness as well. He's mature beyond his years.
Looking to add, I believe it's his 3rd point. 1 from a free already, 1 from play, and another from a free. You can chalk that one down as the gap again stays at a wide one.
Yeah, 9 points in it now, 2-8 to 5 points. A score before half time now would do Cormac the world of good.
Yeah, that penalty will certainly be on their minds, but they're going to have to make something else happen. Dunnican gets on it, tries to take it on himself. The flick over the head was red though, and flicked away by a Borrisoleigh stick, as powering out is one of the midfielders. That's Michael Ryan, and winning a free in their own half, and another opportunity. In fact, it was the centre back David Rabbit on that occasion, I believe, who was fouled. And an opportunity for the team captain Collins to have a go over
this one. He'll have the distance, will he have the accuracy?
Let's see, he's 75 metres from the goal, so thereabouts, maybe a touch more. Perfect day for free striking. A hooter goes as he hits it, but is it going to matter? Oh, it goes just short. Goalkeeper got to stick to it. 3 defenders there, 2 attackers. Who's going to come out with it? It looks to me as if the defenders will. It's AJ Bracken. Bracken does well. Switches hands to hand pass it along to Luke Bracken. And Luke powering out with it. Is there a late hit there? There is. There's advantage coming. Liam Hackett protests his innocence. Referee explaining it was more frontal than shoulder. And don't think he can have too many complaints. He was late as well to the scene, and it should be from where it lands, which is another 3 or 4 metres forward, which will benefit Jack Dunnican.
It's amazing the atmosphere that's around the place, to be quite honest.
Fantastic, absolutely great to see. Not much schoolwork being done today, it would appear.
But it's a credit to schools hurling that the atmosphere is at the game for two not the biggest schools in the world, in fairness to them.
Yeah, 2 schools though that have rich pedigree in these competitions, as Dunnican is basically in the middle of the pitch. It's a brilliant strike from him.
Very important score for Cormac. Just
for
keep
sure.
chipping away at it now. They'll be playing down with the benefits of the hill in the second half. So let's see what happens.
They haven't managed to put a string of scores together. Can they do something in the next 5 minutes, the final 5 minutes of this opening half, something to make Borrisoleigh think? As
the win the line ball there at the far side again.
Yeah, it's a disputed one, but it's gone the way of the faithful county school.
When you look at the Borrisoleigh team, their clubs though, the Tumivaras, the Borrisoleighs, the Templederry Kenyans, like a lot of strong clubs in North Tipperary. So you know the experience that these guys will carry coming into this game has been absolutely massive.
For sure, yeah. Like the Silver Mines as well, they're featured on the panel. And it's been a rich few years for Tipperary schools, and Borrisoleigh looking to join in the celebratory part of it. As the free is going to come from Jack Dunnican. As I said, standing room only in Borrisoleigh, and as Dunnican has a go, it's going to go across the face of goal.
Unfortunately, out to the left and wide.
It's a tough one from there, long way from goal. Angle not the kindest, but another opportunity goes a begging for Colaiste Naomh Cormac, as well taken in the air by Owen Ryan. He's impressive under that dropping ball. Gets his shot away, but it's mishit. It goes inside. One of his inside men looking for it. 2 of them there, in fact. Do they have it? Looks to be that Cody Quirk has it, but comes last off his stick, or indeed maybe his body, and out for a wide ball.
Colaiste Naomh Cormac got numbers back there around it. There was a slight half chance of a goal there, but they got numbers back around it and smothered it out.
Puck out is taken quickly and into a man in space over on that far side. Umpire's having a good long look, but it's off target from the number 10. That's Sean Gill. And
they're wides that are going to count come the end of the game, Tom.
for sure, as the puck out is away to a man in space at the other end. So a bit of looseness creeping into the game. Ball inside towards Borrisoleigh attacker, but back there is AJ Bracken. Bracken has to juggle with it, loses it, but regains it, it would appear, yeah, and one of his teammates, Jack Hennessy, will gather it, moves it on to Sean Cleary, and Cleary just flicks it down the line. Good interchange of passes. Here's Hennessy. Has he gone out over the line? Looks to me like he has, and we're coming back for the line ball.
He got a nice belt there. He could have possibly got half a free for it, to be quite honest. It was kind of half inside the chest, I suppose. But look,
maybe he was just out before that collision, but ran out of grass on this occasion, as the line ball will come.
Great line ball.
Yeah, Micheál Collins cuts it inside, looking for the dangerous Cody Cork. He's beaten to it though. Niall Fitzgerald hand passing it, and they move it on now to Bracken, centre half back, trying to dictate things, looking for Martin Ryan.
Yeah.
Good defending though on this occasion by the Borrisoleigh man, and they come away with it now. Here's Collins sweeping it into space, looking for one of his forwards to go and get it. In fact, it's Michael Ryan, the number 9, and Ryan jinks his way into space and splits the post brilliantly. And Borrisoleigh knock over another.
Yeah, they're finding their scores that little bit easier. You know, the composure there to step back inside. When we thought he was going to be blocked down, just took that extra step and step back inside.
Lovely pickup by Martin Ryan. He was falling as he roll lifted it, then he was fouled, and the Clare official will have to go to the notebook, it would look like, as Cormac Friend is receiving a warning. There's further treatment given to
James Hennessy
Hennessy,
carrying a nice injury there. I see him showing it to the linesman there.
Not sure are all the fingers pointing in the same direction as they were when he started, but he's frustrated by it. Now they're calling for a temporary sub, and it's blood. So just a momentary pause as
even while James is off the field, he's a huge loss to Kilcormac. He scored 8 points in the semi-final from Bay, so he's absolutely a huge loss to him.
So we'll just see who's coming against the number 17, as you'll see there on the screens. That's James Lynch, so he's in temporarily at least for James Hennessy, as Dunnigan with the free. It's going to be off target. It's a metre or two to the left of that post, and another opportunity. Throws a begging for Kilcormac.
Just have to be converting every one of those in All Ireland finals.
For sure, big collision around the middle, but the ball breaks to Collins, operating around the centre back position. He's swallowed up on this occasion. The free coming, brilliant work by Jack Dunnigan.
Picked up a knock after winning the free as well.
He did indeed. He did well to turn it over. There's a collision on the way down there with Cormac Friend. I don't think there was much intent from Friend, but he did catch him on the way down.
Got to admire the intensity of the Borrisoleigh boys, though. In fairness to them, they're getting to the ball, they're working hard, they're working the tackle the whole time, and that's what you want in days like today.
So a fraction easier for Jack Dunnigan, but however, he did carry a limp out of that last challenge, so that will add to the difficulty here for him. 44 metres or so from the goal. Lifts and he strikes, and the umpire will reach for the right flag. Badly needed score just to cut the gap as we're into first half stoppage time. Still James Hennessy receives treatment on the far side. Again the puck out comes down to this half forward position. Trying to lift it there with Shane Ryan, but he doesn't, as Joe Quinn surges out with it. Dunnigan the target of his hand pass, as fouls him while he's on the ground. Frustration starting to
creep in, a small bit. The urgency and the intensity in the tackle of Borrisoleigh boys, in fairness to them.
But Leo, I'd say to you, you say that the intensity. There's very few occasions we've seen a Kilcormac player with time on the ball and space to do anything with it. There's a maroon jersey on their shoulder at the very least, at least one, sometimes two and three on every occasion. It seems.
Absolutely, that's why they're cutting down the space the whole time.
Forcing turnovers like the one we just saw there. Is the free from the centre spot from Micheál Collins.
He'd won about 5 minutes ago from a similar position.
Yeah, went short from the one slightly further back, so
this one's gone to the right and wide.
Has the range but not the accuracy. And Cormac will breathe a sigh of relief. Referee calling for the ball here as there is the half-time whistle. Borrisoleigh into a healthy half-time advantage, 8 to the good, and full value for it in a lot of ways. They're being cheered off by their classmates, and both sides will head for a break. But Leo, just to sum it up, the intensity, the skill and the quality from Borrisoleigh just a fraction higher, and that has made a huge difference on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. Look, they've really worked really hard more than anything else. And, as you said, they've cut down the space, they've cut down the time around the possessions. They're winning breaking ball, and in fairness to them, they're full value to their 8-point lead. Yeah, look, don't rule.
I couldn't hear it there.
Vuvuzelas are around the place still. Don't rule out the fact that Kilcormac are turning around playing with whatever bit of a hill there's there, and that'll make it a small bit easier and deliver the ball as direct as they can. And inside in that full forward line there, you have Jack Donegan, Martin Ryan, and Lachlan Fletcher. They're all well capable of taking their scores as the ball goes in, but they need to get in there as quickly as possible because they're being turned over out around the middle of the field as we speak. Okay,
well, we're going to take a moment's reprieve here at half-time. The stream will stay live. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the second half of this post-primary schools final very, very shortly. Of this afternoon's contest, that is going to go short and into the paw. It's turned over inside. There's an early chance of a goal, and it's finished to the net. And Borrisoleigh going in search of another score. This is Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan inside the 20, going for the juggler. Ryan fires it over the bar. Away. Is there going to be a chance here for Donegan? And Donegan off the left. The umpires going for the flag. Inside forwards. Ball switched across now to Martin Ryan. Ryan bearing down on goal. Ryan going through. Will we have a penalty? It's gone wide. Occasion not applicable here at schools level, so a yellow opportunity for Hennessy off his left hand side. Hennessy off the post, almost comes back to him. What drama we've had already. Look to profit once again. Ball worked back outside. Is it going to carry? It is. It's knocked up. Drama. End-to-end action is ball sent in by Martin Ryan. That is brilliant. Margin between them. Ball down long in here. There's a chance of a shot from Owen Ryan. Ryan has put it straight over the bar. Well, we're witnessing Liam Hackett. In fact, it's the captain Collins who's moves it onto a runner. That's Oisin McKeown. McKeown, little short stick pass inside for Donegan. Donegan fires it. I thought he was thinking. Going to be struck here by the corner forward, the man with the goal, and now with a point to his name. That's in between James Hennessy and Michael Ryan. Breaking
great score.
Free for Carl. Umpires like it. Will Fitzgerald, but now he sees the corner forward. Catch it.
Great score.
Has it gone over? It is. It's brilliant for another score. Dangerous bit of defending inside there, looking for another goal. It's got it to the back of the net. It's finished off. Carried all the way. It moves it on to for Carl.
Great response.
Yeah.
Great response.
The ideal response. It's moved out though to Owen Ryan. Lovely intricate passing. Micheál Collins off the left. Collins wheels away because he split the post. Beautiful. Point one from a free already, one from play. And another from a free. You can chalk that one down. His pedigree in these competitions is Donegan. Is basically the middle of the pitch. It's brilliant. One of his forwards to go and get it. In fact, it's Michael Ryan, the number 9, and Ryan jinks his way into space. Here for him, 44 metres or so from the goal. Lifts and he strikes, and the umpire will reach for the right flag. Badly needed. You're very welcome back for the second half of this Masita GAA All-Ireland Post-Primary Schools final. It is, of course, St. Joseph's Borrisoleigh in the lead, 2-9 to 7 points over Colaiste Naomh Cormac from Offaly. A huge crowd in, very boisterous crowd as well. Very much enjoying their day so far, and of course silverware to be handed out probably in the next 30 minutes or so, but a reminder, we will have the extras of extra time and penalties if indeed needed here in Borrisoleigh. Leo O'Connor has come back to me for the second half. Leo, before we go deaf from the all the air horns, it must remind you back in the 90s, I tell you, go play when you were playing, but we're not used to them these days in the GA, but great atmosphere. We're just waiting for the officials to come back out for this. So tell me, what do Borrisoleigh need to do to seal the victory here, because they're in a very, very strong position?
They just need to basically keep doing what they're doing. Their work rate has been absolutely tremendous. They're just getting on ball, delivering good ball into their forward line and giving them every opportunity to get the scores on the board. From a Kilcormac point of view, they just need to cut out the bit of foul now around the middle of the field, because that's putting massive pressure on them. With Michael Collins over around there, he's striking frees very, very well. It's interesting to see though, Tom, before the start of the second half, look, 4.5 forward line, 4.5 back line. It's like a new format for the GA.
They'll have to change around the match programmes, but we're back underway here in Borrisoleigh, and it's the Tipperary men from Borrisoleigh who get onto it with Cathal Kennedy on that occasion, but he's dislodged there. It's scramble for possession in the early knockings of this second half. A big mountain to overcome, but you couldn't rule them out at this point as Sean Gill sweeps it upfield. It was 8 wides to 3.
Aaron Screeney is on, I see, corner forward. Aaron has been injured.
Yeah, and just catch him there trying to get up off the surface. Ball stuck in the mud, is it? Referee having a go for Aaron is wearing the number 24, brother of, I presume.
Yeah.
As ball swept long inside, as back there goes James Dooley, but he's going to be beaten to it by Cody Quirk. Ball worked back now towards the midfielder Michael Ryan.
Great score.
And Michael Ryan splits the post, playing at half forward, really, the number 9.
He got the last point before half time for Borrisoleigh and starts off the second half in the very same vein. Great score.
Moving the margin out even more as Cormac desperate to try and get something going in the second half. Here's Martin Ryan into the traffic. Lovely stick work. Gathers it, sends it inside to Dunnigan.
Has to run at him.
Inside the 40-metre arc. Flicks it, shortened the grip, didn't get enough purchase on it. And our goalkeeper will tidy it up. Poor enough clearance though. Screeney putting pressure on and doing well to make it difficult at least. And here is Screeney. His first real touch of the ball. Moves it back outside to Sean Gill. And Gill's effort looked to have the time, looked to have the space, but the execution of the shot didn't come. And a poor wide, a 9th wide and all for Kilcormac.
Yeah, just unfortunate for him. Great work though by Aaron, winning the ball, getting it back out to Sean, and just unfortunately on that occasion just to the right hand side and wide.
Ball knocked down again towards that right half forward position, but this time the green, white and gold come out as confirmation of 2 subs as well. James Lynch also has come on, so I think Oisin McKeown was one of those, and so it was James Lynch and Sean Cleary who've made way as a yellow card issued there to Borrisoleigh man, and back comes Dunnigan to try and knock over a free from his own half. So they want plenty of impetus from those couple of subs. Ball dangerously in around the square. Borrisoleigh stick though, breaks it down, and away they come with it. There's a tap on the helmet coming out there by Lachlan Fletcher, and there's going to be a free for Borrisoleigh.
Yeah, it's just the composure. You see the ball, the high dropping ball there in around the edge of the square. Jack Dunnigan trying to get on the end of it, and Borrisoleigh attacking the ball in the air, coming out and winning their free.
So sweeping it down towards the corner forward position off the fingertips of one of the inside forwards as AJ Bracken does well to come out with it. They've worked it short now, getting it towards the centre of the field. Here's Hennessy. Of course, went off as a blood sub to the end of the half, but back in amongst it now, looking for Screeney inside. He is outnumbered, and in fact he's forced.
He's forced the man out over the line.
Liam Hackett back in the half-back position well, I wouldn't say over carries, but carries it out over the line. So it's going to be a line ball for Kilcormac, and they're going to need everything, Leo, to go their way, and they're going to have to start getting their scoreboard moving in the next couple of minutes or so.
Yeah, maybe the opportunity is there to move James Hennessy around the full forward line. He's a strong lad.
For balls like that, maybe.
Yeah, turns and takes on ball. You know, just got to be looking at that, because at this stage you're 9 points down at this stage. Yeah. You're nearly 5 minutes into the second half, so you need scores. You need to, and then around the edge of the D, you're going to get those. Yeah,
in this third quarter now, yet to see a score at the other end. Is racing on towards it is one of the Borrisoleigh men, but Kilcormac get the numbers back. Work rate had to be upped really from that first half, and there's a foul in there on their wing back AJ Bracken. A couple of big interventions from him at the start of the second half, and an opportunity for the centre half back Luke Bracken to go back and
the work rate of Fikra Carlow around the middle of the field for Kilcormac has been absolutely immense. He's trying to spread himself everywhere and trying to get he's interrupting possession and trying to get on possession and do everything for his team.
Foul there on Jack Dunnican, and Borrisoleigh not letting their men away by hook or by crook, and it's a foul on this occasion, and this you feel needs to go over just to even lift the crowd that are over to our left hand side in the Offaly colours, as Dunnican has a go, but it's going to be just off target, and that's 10 wides now in all for his side. Frustrating, I'm sure it is. They're creating the opportunities.
Convert half of them and you're down to a 4-point game.
Yeah, as the puck out goes long, well taken in there by James Dooley. Dooley sends it towards Ryan. Ryan doesn't win the race, as Teague Tough defending back there from Kieran Troy. And here is Troy, gets his Hurley back up. Clash of the act, Hurley is broken. And well, there's a swipe out there by one of the Borrisoleigh men, but play will go on. James Hennessy. Hennessy into Screeney. Screeney spoons it on towards Dunnican. Dunnican just couldn't bring it under his grasp, and it skims out wide. As it was all happening there. And Kieran Troy looking for a new Hurley.
In fairness, you see the benefits there, coming out and getting possession, turning, taking on the man, and popped the ball off to Jack Dunnigan. Unfortunately for Jack, he just didn't finish.
So opportunities definitely coming at the start of the second half for Kilcormac. If one or two of them can start to go, you never know. They'll start to motor as ball sent inside towards Fletcher. Does well, does Fletcher.
Sure, that's his football skills as well.
You can't solo the ball, it is a foul. So well spotted by, you can't do that. You can bring it into a spell with a touch of the foot, but you can't actually solo it, so he'd have been better off hand passing it or kicking it away. Unfortunately, that skill not rewarded in the sport of hurling, but he'd done the hard bit of bringing it in and beating his man, but lost his Hurley on the way, so a reprieve once again for Borrisoleigh. Some confusion about it, but Borrisoleigh will clear their lines, looking for that destructive full forward line. Ooh, it's going to hold up in around the square. Hesitation from the defenders, and eventually Kilcormac look to have cleared their lines. Here's AJ Bracken doing well, carrying it out. Again, look at the pressure being applied by the Tipperary men. It was Jack Gould on that occasion, and the referee says there's a foul in there on Jack Gould. And it's going to be a free and an opportunity once again to have the scoreboard worked and the lead extended for Borrisoleigh.
That little bit of composure over the ball the whole time. Borrisoleigh seem to have it. You know, they're just playing the percentage game. They're making their tackles, getting in and winning frees like that. Just turning over ball. Just as I said, that little bit of composure is vital.
So with a sub in the case of Borrisoleigh, looks like Owen Ryan. I think the number 10 has gone off, or in fact it may be Owen Anderson. Just going to confirm who's gone in there to the centre forward position.
Cathal Kennedy, is it hitting this free, is it? Or is it Owen Ryan? Owen Ryan.
Owen Ryan, the number 10. No, in fact it's Shane Ryan, the number 13. Numbers playing havoc with us here, but the number 13 knocks it over as Billy O'Brien. You'll just see him there in the red helmet. He's been introduced in the last few moments, replacing Owen Anderson. So the number 14 is injured, but did feature in the All-Ireland semi-final as well. So big part of their panel this year as ball worked across to Carl. Carl knocks it inside. An opportunity. Look at the numbers back there. There's going to be a free closer to goal for Kilcormac. They're going to need to knock this one over and get their scoring boots on for the second half.
Yeah, just bring it back down to a 3-point game and keep that scoreboard ticking over. They got one opportunity of a goal since the start of the second half. They need to convert them if anything in future they get.
And the yellow card there for the number 5, Kieran Troy. So they can only dream of getting closer as Screeney will line it up. Aaron Screeney tussle off the ball, and I think it's considered refereeing by John Bugler to just tell the Borrisoleigh man there's nothing in that. Up you get, and let's play on as Screeney assumes the free taking duty. Certainly the ones close to goal anyway. And he lifts and he strikes. And Screeney, 10 minutes into the second half, gets Kilcormac's first.
Next 5 minutes is really important from the Kilcormac point of view. They just got to get that scoreboard ticking over, try and create a goal opportunity and take it and work their way back into the game.
Shane Ryan looks for Billy O'Brien, but it spills to one of his teammates. Referee sees a high challenge in there. And a bit like the first half, opportunities taken at one end by Kilcormac and immediately look to be cancelled out at the other by Borrisoleigh. And it's the concession of a free now, which looks to hurt them as Micheál Collins stands over it.
It's kind of been a story of the game so far, Tom, hasn't it? Kilcormac are working so hard to get scores, and then Borrisoleigh go up the other end of the field and give away a silly free, giving Borrisoleigh the opportunity to bang this one over the bar as they do.
Collins straight and true, and another one for him, and the gap moving all the time towards that finish line as puck out taken quickly. Here's Luke Bracken, swallowed up by maroon jerseys, but he does well to skip by all three of them. Ball hand pass to Fiacre Carl, jets it across. The touch on the hurley is from AJ Bracken. Bracken takes off on a run, feints the hand pass, out of catches now. What can he do? He just spoons it off. He was looking for Screeney, but they weren't fully aligned on that one. Screeney though gets in the hook. Borrisoleigh looking to come out with it. Oh, they do oh so well, but Kilcormac now hunting in packs themselves to try and change the tune of this game as Lachlan Fletcher is the target. Fletcher
he has it.
Picks the pocket of the defender. Fletcher, he's hooked. He's going to spin it. Fletcher tried to hand pass it out the back door. Screeney though can't get it. And coming out with it is Cormac Friend. Another let off for the Borrisoleigh defence. Brilliant work on the other end now by Bracken, sending it inside. There's a couple of bodies down on the ground. Oh, flicked on there by Lachlan Fletcher. He didn't give up on it, it must be said. And it goes into the side netting.
Goalkeeper kind of misjudged that one, did he?
Yeah, I think he thought it was going to carry. It's not the middle of the summer just yet.
Could have
look like it.
Yeah, could have easily ended up in the back of the net there.
Just catching a glimpse of the replay. Yeah, he thought it was going to bounce and trickle over the line. It didn't. And there was a flick there by Fletcher, and he was so unlucky. But opportunities coming and going, it seems like, minute by minute. Here's Screeney. Physio, get out of the way. Screeney bearing down a goal. Bats it. It's held up. Where's it gone? Free out. Free out has been given. A free out has been given. He just huge cheers from the Kilcormac supporters. They don't realise, I don't think yet, but he just didn't execute the shot the way he wanted. And in fairness to, I think it's Friend, the number 2, he was back on the goal line, managed to bring it under his grasp and was pushed into the net, I think, by Screeney.
You can see the threat that Aaron has brought. He's on the Offaly minor hurling team this year. You can see the threat that he's brought inside. He's just coming back from an injury. In fairness to him, he's brought a new lease of life to the full forward line inside there.
He sure has. Then Leo, if we didn't have the scoreboard, you'd probably think that they were the more dominant team, just not taking their scores. It's actually they're well behind, but they've had so many chances to start second half. It's just frustrating that they haven't taken them.
Yeah.
And referee calling a halt again for going to be a throw ball. And well, a minute ago, Kilcormac wanted the ball to stay in play on the grass. That time they wanted to go out over the line for a goal, out over the end line, but it didn't carry enough. And in fairness, we must credit Toomey Vara's Cormac friend back there. Followed it all the way, and he grabbed it. There's still treatment going on inside the square there as Kilcormac getting on with it. Passed across by Jack Dunnican. There's fighting for it there is Hennessy.
Heno has it. He's going to go. Is he going?
Tries to bring it under.
No, I didn't pick it yet.
Still
just needs to break the tackle now.
Does well, but
Turned over.
Again, a man in a yellow helmet back there, and again it's Cormac friend who's doing some defending. Oh! A rocket! James Hennessy, the number 11, arrows it to the net. Out of nowhere, just opened up and let rip through a sea of bodies.
Some score in fairness, as I said. Get him in around the full forward line.
Yeah. And now we feel like we have a bit of a game on. Still a gap
7 points.
Yeah, still a gap of 7, but there's a
they're creating the opportunities now.
Yellow card for, I think it's a physio there, as they've signalled once, if not twice, if not thrice, to get the Borrisoleigh man off the field of play. Who exactly it is, I'm not 100% sure, but he's in some discomfort. It's the number 6, Micheál Collins, David Rabbit, I should say. So that goal has breathed a bit of life into Kilcormac out of nowhere. Eventually, took him about 5 occasions to get it into his hand, but I can see what he wanted to do when he did, and he buried it beyond Oisin Ryan. I'd say Oisin Ryan didn't even see it coming past. There's another free now coming.
You can see the momentum coming back into him.
Yeah.
They're taking it and they're going quick here now down to, is it Lachlan Fletcher again?
Fletcher again.
Wins it again.
Don't solo it on the foot this time, Lachlan, but solos it, sends it in around the square. It's flicked. Oh, it's finished well. Martin Ryan, he tracked it all the way, and suddenly it's a 4-point game here in Borrisoleigh. Martin Ryan, just a nonchalant little flick. 2 goals in a minute. And of course we're in Borrisoleigh. I'm losing the run of myself here, but Borrisoleigh under pressure now. Kilcormac haven't given up the ghost. The awfully faithful over to our left, picking up their voice.
Winning the breaking ball here again and winning.
Oh, they've lost it. They were looking for a free. It didn't come.
And they give away a silly free again.
Yeah, it looks like James Lynch just went in a bit over eager there to force the turnover. It was his, I think, poor pass that saw the ball change hands and tried to just knock it out of the hand, illegally so. And it will give Borrisoleigh an opportunity to regroup and reassess. But Martin Ryan close to goal. He's been there twice really this afternoon. He won a penalty in the first half. That was unfortunately missed. But that time he tracked it all the way, profited on maybe a bit of hesitation in the Borrisoleigh rear guard. And a lovely little flick to the net. You don't need to bury them all. You
As
just
said,
need
this is important free for Borrisoleigh though. Break the run that Kilcormac are on and banks it straight over the bar again.
Ah, brilliant score.
Great score.
It's a seesaw effect here in the stand. Over to the left we have the Kilcormac support, and then back to our right hand side. There's a fight back from the Borrisoleigh men.
Here we go.
Are they just going to go for another one? Referee having a close look. Play will continue. James Hennessy thought he'd rounded his man, but his defender just did enough to put him off. And it'll be a free out.
He thought he was gone inside. He just nearly had him turned.
Yeah, he was trying to open up again.
Yeah, great defending, trying to open up the body, but just unfortunately got the flick across it and turned him over. And then they give away another silly free. Just their frees. They're working so hard now, and the ball is going in quick. They should be availing those opportunities.
So back down at the other end as Borrisoleigh tried to, as we say, steady themselves, but the shot not the best from Cody Cork, going to the right and wide. Of course, he started us off this afternoon with that opening minute goal. Puck out taken quick and taken short. Luke Bracken sweeps it down, but there's no one on the same wavelength as Jack Hennessy. Goes to hunt down Micheál Collins. He's
Hennessy's trying to turn him over.
yeah,
it's an unbelievable work.
Everything
gives away a free.
Just a bit too eager. And with 11 minutes to go, Micheál Collins will probably start thinking he's 11 minutes away from collecting some silverware.
Yeah, cuteness in the tackle though. Tommy, the way he lifted his hands up there, so James Hennessy's hand came up around the neck, and it's obviously when you go that high, you give away the free.
So Shane Ryan back there to hit it. On his own 45, it would be some strike to put it over the bar, but at the very minimum, it's going to be in around the danger zone as the Borrisoleigh club man.
James Lynch would probably want to go back a little bit further here.
Because well taken there by James Dooley. Dooley powering out with it. Borrisoleigh hunting him down. And knocked up here now to Martin Ryan. There's a real buzz of excitement when he gets it. He's tripped as he tries to go around his man. Here on try, protests his innocence. But
and they're bringing it forward now for descent.
Yeah, and now it makes it very, very scoreable indeed. It's going to be 40 metres from goal. Screeney is going to try and add another.
This will bring it back down to a 4-point game. 10 minutes to go?
Yep. He's not really wasting much time over it, but he'll want to get it right, of course. We've just about to hit that 50-minute mark, as you'll see in their screens there. So 10 minutes plus a bit of stoppage time. It drifted, but it went over the bar. Screeney adds another, and they want to keep their momentum going. Back to 4.
An important puck out to win now. Get another score on the board if they can. Borrisoleigh no doubt will be struggling and fighting for every possession now.
For sure. Well won free in that occasion.
Well done.
And now the puck out one at the other side. Here comes Borrisoleigh going through the traffic. It's Liam Hackett. Can they get another shot off? And is that going to go? It's going to go wide. Umpires thought about it, but it just stayed outside the post.
Yeah, it was full sure the man that got on it, Michael Ryan. He's been absolutely superb so far in the game. Every opportunity he's come, he's taken it.
Crash ball, 4 men underneath it there, and Borrisoleigh eventually win the break. Though here's Carl in the middle. Fiacre Carl moving it on now nicely to James Lynch, looking inside for Lachlan Fletcher. He's been dangerous when he's got on it. Here's Dunnican. Dunnican, has he brought it in? Enough, he has. The finger point from the umpire. There's a fist pump from the corner forward.
All to play for, down to a 3-point game. 8 minutes to go? Plus whatever injury time is going to be allowed.
Yeah, about 8.5 minutes by my reckoning here. So it is 3 points in it. Borrisoleigh will feel they had one hand on the Michael Cusack Cup at half time, even earlier in the second half when that margin stretched fractionally further, but suddenly Kilcormac have all the momentum, but out the back comes Micheál Collins. Come at the hour. I was going to say come at the man. It's off target fractionally from the Templederry Kenyans man, and it will give James McLaughlin an opportunity. Well, we're going to have a substitute first, but it'll give him an opportunity to try and pick out one of his schoolmates as a shuffle is there in the Borrisoleigh ranks. Off goes Kieran Troy. He was on a yellow. He's being replaced by Tyke Kelly. And they put a new man back there on Martin Ryan.
Yeah, good, in fairness. Well done by the management team, because
it's a bit of a mismatch there.
Yeah, when you're carrying a yellow card, if you put in another tackle that's mistimed, you're picking up a red and you're down to 14 for the last, 6-7 minutes of it.
Yeah, Mark Hoare of Silvermines has gone now over to wing back here. Physically, it'll be tough for anyone to be match the stature of Martin Ryan, but Mark Hoare will give it a good go as ball swept inside. Screeney could be underneath the break. The goalkeeper is there. Where's it gone? He tries once to kick it. Where is it? Have they scrambled it away? Oh, for a 65. An opportunity now to cut it to 2. Kicking and screening, or Screeney I think is what we're looking for in there, but they're all getting a bit hot and bothered inside there. The umpires have indicated it is a 65, and Screeney would be wise to just bring it out and try and knock it over the bar. It was
See the confusion that's gone in when the ball has gone in direct and gone in long. It's creating confusion inside the Borrisoleigh full back line.
We've seen it numerous times as well, Leo. Even though the pitch is quite dry and the weather is good, the ball actually isn't bouncing and isn't carrying. When it hits that sod, it's dying fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And
although in fairness, the field is in immaculate condition for the amount of rain that we've had over the last month, to be quite honest.
For sure. But it just doesn't skim away the way players anticipated. Here's Screeney with the 65.
And straight over.
Straight and true. And we're down to 2 here in Borrisoleigh. The Borrisoleigh support raised their voices. There's a few made-up drums there, which buckets of paint and all the rest of it. There's Offaly flags over to our left. We're a few minutes away from delirious celebrations from one school and heartbreak for the other. Borrisoleigh in the driving seat, but Kilcormac very much coming back at them. Here's Mark Hoare sending it inside. Only one inside now. That looks to me to be Ty Kelly. Kelly loses his hurley, loses his feet. As AJ Bracken comes out with it, sweeps it up looking for Hennessy. Hennessy trying to get into a bit of space. Tries to spin it off here to Joe Quinn. It's worked back. Bracken slipping into Screeney.
He has it.
Rounds his man. Onto his right. Screeney. Back to a point. Lets his man know about it on the way out as well. 1 point game. 5 minutes to play here. We're only in March, Leo, but we may well be on for one of the games of the year in any grade or any code.
Are we looking at extra time?
Don't rule it out. Puck out goes very long towards that 12 position. Not for the first time and probably not for the last time this afternoon.
Right man's on it though.
Shane Ryan trying to buy himself a bit of space. Has to dummy. Ryan after 13. There's a block in there. Will it be kept in? It's going out for a 65 and it would give
very important 65 for Borrisoleigh.
For sure.
Just give them that little bit of breathing space again if this one goes over the bar.
Give them an opportunity to maybe try and reset their defence, because Screeney and company have caused absolute havoc since half time, and the scores have come pretty readily, it feels like, in this last 15 minutes or so. Back to a point. With a 65 now to come.
And Collins, is it?
Just trying to.
Michael Collins standing over this,
indeed, yeah.
Captain. This is where guys stand up. 3 minutes to go, or 2 minutes to go in All-Ireland Colleges final. Need to bang this one over the bar.
Micheál Collins with the 65. Oh, has he measured it?
Strike.
He has measured it to perfection. 2 points in it now. He's gone back into the half-back line as the spare player, the sweeper. But he knows where the posts are. Is James McLaughlin arrows it up the field. Who's going to win the race to it? Joe Quinn is there. But again, it's a maroon jersey. There's a foul in there. And that will stifle the momentum that Kilcormac had. And it will give Collins an opportunity from his own half to send another missile across the Kilcormac brow. And if that 65 is anything to go by,
he'll hardly have the distance on this one.
No, he's looking for a runner.
Yeah, and he got it.
Yeah, he's a couple of runners here. Here's Ty Kelly. Oh, there's a trip in there.
Another free given away.
Yeah, full back just put his foot across the fresh legs of Ty Kelly. And a referee from Clare, John Bugler, indicates it's a free. So, an opportunity just inside the football arc here in Borrisoleigh to be hit by Shane Ryan. And a bit of a hush descends as Ryan goes through his routine. By the time the puck out's taken, we'll have 2 minutes. And it is 2 minutes where 3 points will need to be scored. Well, we'll have stoppage as well, of course, but 2+ at this point. Tension almost unbearable.
Oh, great take.
Brilliant take in the air by James Lynch. Looking inside to the dangerous inside line. James Hennessy, though, can't get his left hand to grasp it. Who's going to emerge from the ruck with it? Looks to me as if it's Borrisoleigh. Indeed it is. and they sweep it up now. Tired legs and tired minds, but Luke Bracken is back there. He slips as he tries to gather it. Everyone tries to get their hands on it. Here's AJ Bracken. But
and another free.
There's another free. There's a push off the ball there. And
Their little bit of indiscipline has killed them for the last 2 or 3 minutes, giving away those frees.
Now this to put an insurance point with the tree. And it's
let's make it a 2-score game and put them 4 points up.
Good feel.
But one of the things there, Tom, in the last 3-4 minutes, the composure of the Borrisoleigh boys when they were getting on ball, they just kept their head and worked the ball and found the men in better positions, and hence created these opportunities to getting the frees.
Shane Ryan has knocked it over. 4 points in it now. And yeah, Leo, just to pick up your point, of course, as well, Micheál Collins, that free from his own half, he didn't just shoot, he just found a runner. They won a free and got the score. So
long ball in down top of Martin Ryan.
Dooley sends it in towards Ryan. He can't get it. Back there now, Cathal Kennedy playing as a defender in the last little while. Sweeps it up the field. Fiacre Carl knocks it down, but Borrisoleigh will knock it up there and try and win another free or make another scoring opportunity. There's a free player here, but here comes Shane Ryan off his left. Shane Ryan knocked from the sideline. Brilliant from him. 5 points in it, and Borrisoleigh now with one hand on the Michael Cusack Cup. Referee want to get out of the way as ball knocked inside. Here's Ryan bearing down on goal. Ryan's option to his left. Ryan with a shot. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. He does well, does Oisín Ryan. And Oisín Ryan comes powering out, and a big kick out to the sideline. Anywhere will do, it feels like, at this occasion. There's a big opportunity to cut it back to 2. Borrisoleigh, ball breaking inside. Billy O'Brien is going to run there. He's with the red helmet. O'Brien.
Free out.
Yeah, just a bit of a careless swipe from him. But he had done so much right there, had Martin Ryan, but his effort just a bit too direct at the goalkeeper.
Just that opportunity maybe to pop it off.
Yeah, was it Screeney maybe out the side? It was definitely an option over to his left.
I think it was. Or was it Lachlan Fletcher? I think.
Lachlan Fletcher, I think you're correct, yeah. And just maybe didn't see him. Easy for us to say, of course, is Jack Dunnican in around the square. Ryan is underneath it. The goalkeeper puts his stick to it. And again, they're desperate to get it out anywhere, or the Tipperary school.
Referee is looking at his watch.
Yeah, we're nearly a minute and a half over now. And you feel now.
And a free.
There's a trip in there. And the heroic comeback from Naomh Cormac, Colaiste Naomh Cormac, looks to fall just short. Borrisoleigh with their time. But a dozen or so wide, maybe 12 or 13 of even last count, but that's potentially what's cost Naomh Cormac. As looks to be another sub in on the far side there for Borrisoleigh. If I can confirm who that is, I will tell you. Indeed, he's getting right stuck into it straight away. In fact, it's the number 6, David Rabbit, re-emerging. He's gone off injured, and he's being subbed back in. So, referee defuses that one. Shane Ryan back in his own half, and
he's going for it.
Why wouldn't you? Saw the one he got from play a minute ago. It's going to be short. It's going to be to the right. Nobody gets a considerable touch, and it goes out for a wide ball for Borrisoleigh.
Puck out taken quickly.
Yeah, super quick. Here's Bracken. Bracken powering out. There's a foul on Bracken there. Has to go into the edge of the square. Martin Ryan is trotting in there. And here comes Luke Bracken's efforts. Dangerous ball. Bounces all the way through. The goalkeeper, Oisín Ryan, he's come up with some big moments in the last few minutes, and even just gathering a ball like that is very important to their cause. Up towards Billy O'Brien. O'Brien from the famed Toomey Vara club sweeps it inside now to Ty Kelly. Kilcormac, as you can see, haven't given it up. 2 or 3 men to the break there. They're going to try and clear their lines now. through James Dooley, sweeps it up the field. 4 Borrisoleigh men going to be around this breaking ball. Strength in numbers as Cathal Kennedy gets on it. And Kennedy coming out. There's a bit of a flick there from the frustrated Jack Dunnican. And the referee gives the free. There's a couple of players cramping up. We tip our hats to both sets of players. Been a enthralling contest. We're not long now away from crowning our 2026 Masita Post-Primary Schools All-Ireland C champions, and it looks to be heading to Tipperary. It was in Limerick the last 2 seasons, it was in Clare the year before that, but it looks as though Tipperary will get their turn through St. Joseph's of Borrisoleigh.
It's in fairness to them, it's a very slick Borrisoleigh team. They're good hurlers all over the field. They're pretty, very, very balanced, and they're playing heads up hurling there. When the pressure came on, Kilcormac got it down to 1 point game. Just unfortunately for them, just couldn't get the opening. Missed 1 or 2 chances, but overall, you know, you got to see it. There's final whistle.
There it is, full time here in Borrisoleigh, and it's Borrisoleigh who are All-Ireland champions. They've won it by 5 points in the end, but what a titanic battle between these 2 schools. It was all the way back to a point from Colaiste Naomh Cormac, but Borrisoleigh step on the gas late on, and they push on for victory. Congratulations to them. Well done to Kilcormac as well. They've contributed to a fantastic game here this afternoon. Leo, the missed opportunities maybe in the third quarter is maybe what's hurt Kilcormac's hopes the most, but Borrisoleigh, particularly as you said there a moment ago, in that first half, a very slick outfit, took their scores well, really made it difficult for Kilcormac to get into this game.
Absolutely, and you know, even you got to give Borrisoleigh credit when Kilcormac got the 2 early chances early in the second half to get the goals. They kept the pressure on, they made the tackles, there was a huge physical presence around that area. They never gave it up, and in that's what at the end of the day has won them the game, because as I said, with 8 minutes to go, it was a 1 point game, everything to play for, and unfortunately from Kilcormac's point of view, unfortunately from them, they just couldn't convert their chances, and like as we said, did about 13-14 wides in the course of the game. But when you look at it from another point of view, it's the way Borrisoleigh took control of the game. They managed their game management. They were under pressure for that middle, or what I would term the middle 15 minutes of the second half, where Kilcormac kept coming at them and created opportunities. But overall, probably the better team has just won, just about shaded it on the day. But it's a credit to watch it, number one, and an absolutely fabulous advert for All-Ireland Colleges Hurling. You know, both teams went out and gave it their all, and what more can you ask for? They're only young men, and they'll all learn from this, and they'll all push on later on with their clubs. And then particularly, I know an awful lot of the Kilcormac boys are underage again next year, and probably the same with Borrisoleigh. But look, absolutely brilliant to watch, great to see. Yeah,
and of course Leo as well, it makes it a fantastic memory now for all of especially the Borrisoleigh lads. Of course, you can see the outpouring, all their schoolmates. Some of them, I'm sure, they've been in primary school together all the way through. Great memories. They're going to celebrate an All-Ireland title over the weekend now, and it'll probably be a bit like a bank holiday weekend again in Borrisoleigh.
But the most important thing, Tom, from both teams is they're not huge schools, to be quite honest. The numbers are not huge, and to get to this level and to play in this occasion is absolutely massive for both teams, and credit to both of them. As I said, they served up a festival of hurling here today for the last hour and 10 minutes, and credit where credit is due.
Yeah, fantastic contest. Leo O'Connor, I'm going to let you sign off. I will go down and try and catch a word from the winning camp in a moment, but we will have the presentation for you very shortly. We'll just let the players soak it in for a moment, but thanks for tuning in. The stream will stay live now for the presentation. Of this afternoon's contest, and it's going to go short and into the paw. It's turned over inside. There's an early chance of a goal, and it's finished to the net. And Borrisoleigh going in search of another score. This is Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan inside the 20, going for the juggler. Ryan fires it over the bar. Away. Is there going to be a chance here for Dunnican? And Dunnican off the left. The umpires going for the flag. Inside forwards. Ball switched across now to Martin Ryan. Ryan bearing down on goal. Ryan going through. Will we have a penalty? It's gone wide. Occasion not applicable here at schools level, so a yellow opportunity for Hennessy off his left hand side. Hennessy off the post, almost comes back to him. What drama we've had already. Look to profit once again. Ball worked back outside. Is it going to carry? It is. It's knocked up. Drama. End-to-end action is ball sent in by Martin Ryan. That is brilliant. Margin between them. Ball down long in here. There's a chance of a shot from Owen Ryan. Ryan has put it straight over the bar. Well, we're witnessing Liam Hackett. In fact, it's the captain Collins who's moves it onto a runner. That's Oisin McKeown. McKeown, little short stick pass inside for Duncan. Duncan fires it. I thought he was thinking. Going to be struck here by the corner forward, the man with the goal, and now with a point to his name. That's in between James Hennessy and Michael Ryan. Breaking
That's a great score.
Free for Carl. Umpires like it. Will Fitzgerald, but now he sees the corner forward. Catch it.
Great score.
Has it gone over? It is. It's brilliant for another score. Dangerous bit of defending inside there, looking for another goal. It's got it to the back of the net. It's finished off. Carried all the way. It moves it on to Fiacre Carl.
Great response.
Yeah.
Great response.
The ideal response. It's moved out though to Owen Ryan. Lovely intricate passing. Micheál Collins off the left. Collins wheels away because he's split the post. Beautiful. Point, one from a free already, one from play. And another from a free. You can chalk that one down. His pedigree in these competitions is Duncan. He's basically in the middle of the pitch. It's brilliant. One of his forwards to go and get it. In fact, it's Michael Ryan, the number 9. And Ryan jinks his way into space. Difficulty here for him, 44 metres or so from the goal. Lifts and he strikes, and the umpire will reach for the right flag. Back now towards the midfielder, Michael Ryan.
Great score.
And Michael Ryan splits the post, playing it half forward. James Hennessy. Hennessy into Screeney. Screeney spoons it on towards Duncan. Duncan just couldn't bring it up.
Owen Ryan.
Owen Ryan, the number 10. Screeney assumes the free taking duty, certainly the ones close to goal anyway. And he lifts and he strikes.
To give away a silly free, giving Borrisoleigh the opportunity to bang this one over the bar as they do.
Collins now by Bracken, sending it inside. There's a couple of bodies down on the ground. Oh, flicked on there by Physio. Get out of the way. Screeney bearing down.
Hello. Okay, it's my. Okay. Bit of cuteness, please. It's my pleasure and duty on behalf of Borrisoleigh to present the trophy, the Michael Cusack Trophy here today. But before I do that, I would ask you to join with me to give a huge bull boss to both teams. I'm sure the people supporting Borrisoleigh would agree with me that you couldn't spend an afternoon in a better way than out in the beautiful weather and with a lovely, entertaining, close-fought hurling match. So it was great to be here today. Before I present the cup to the winning captain, I have a little bit of housekeeping to do. I want to thank Borrisoleigh for the use of facilities. We had 2 marvellous teams here today, and of course, we couldn't have a match without the referee. So, the referee is vitally important for matches because you can't have matches without referees. So I would ask you to give a huge boulabas to the referee. I'd also like to thank Masita for their sponsorship of this All-Ireland competition. I'd also like to thank the servicing officers of the various provinces, and especially Owen Ryan in Munster, for their dedication and for the organising of pitches, referees and everything else. I'd also like to thank the coaches, the teachers, the parents, supporters of the two schools. It was fantastic to see such a big crowd here today enjoying a match. Now, I must compliment Colaiste Naomh Cormac. I think, being a sort of a neutral supporter today, I looked at the match and I said, they're dead and buried. But no, they were not. They never gave up, and they gave us, or they played their part in a huge, thrilling final, 10 quarter of an hour. So a great, great credit to Naomh Cormac. Of course, being an ex-teacher myself, I know how stretched and how difficult it is for teachers to get involved in training and organising games and teams. So I'd like to say a special word of thanks to the teachers involved from both teams. Commiserations to Kilcormac. I must say, as I said already, I really did enjoy the fight back. And the way that your heads went down. After all, you had a terrible start to the match, but you never let that affect you, and you fought to the bitter end. So commiserations and congratulations to Naomh Cormac. Now, I must say that I consider myself very lucky to have been asked to come here today to present the Michael Cusack Cup. Because, as I said earlier on, there's no better way than to pass an afternoon with the beautiful weather and the beautiful game of hurling. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever that the 30 players today that lined out at the beginning, that they possess and they're experiencing to develop as young men in a very competitive manner. And I don't know whether people know this or not, but the game of hurling has a special place in UNESCO, the United Nations Educational Cultural Organization. It's recognized as unique throughout the world. So, lads, you're very lucky to be playing it. So, without further ado, I'll present the cup to the winning captain.
Turn this way when you're presenting it.
This way?
Yeah, turn face the camera down here. There you go now, okay?
Oh, yeah.
It is a great honour for me today, boys, to accept this cup on behalf of all ye boys here. This is all for ye. I'd like to thank all the clubs that are involved, my own club, Templary Kenyans, Borrisoleigh, Silvermines and Tumivara. Firstly, I'd like to thank the referee, and his officials for the game here today in Borrisoleigh. I'd like to thank Borrisoleigh for holding the game here today. We knew it was hard to get a pitch for the game all with the weather, so thank you very much. To Kilcormac, you had a brilliant year, and we knew we were going to be up against it today, but thankfully we came out on the right side. You have some fantastic clubs, and I wish you all continued success with both clubs and your county. To our own fantastic panel, it took each and every one of us 6 months of hard training, but it all paid off, boys. To the two main men, Willie Ryan and Mr. Halpin, Mike Halpin. Ye left no stone unturned this year, boys. Anything we asked for, ye gave. So we're just so proud and thanks for everything ye gave us, boys. And lastly, to our fans, families, friends, school management and teachers, you have been all amazing throughout this campaign, and we hope to see you all back in the school at 6 o'clock for the homecoming.
Physio, get out of the way. Screeny bearing down a goal. Bats it. It's held up. Where's it gone? Free out. Free out has been given. Again, the man in the yellow helmet back there. And again, it's Cormac Friend who's doing some defending. Oh! A rocket!
Wins it again.
Don't solo it on the foot this time, Lachlan. But solos it, sends it in around the square. It's flicked. Oh!
Break them enough. Break the run that Cormac are on, and banks it straight over the bar again.
Ah, brilliant score.
Great score.
Just about to hit that 50-minute mark, as you'll see in their screens there. So 10 minutes plus a bit of stoppage time. It drifted, but it for Lachlan Fletcher. He's been dangerous when he's got on it. Here's Dunnican. Dunnican, has he brought it in? Enough, he has. He could be underneath the break. The goalkeeper is there. Where's it gone? He tries once to kick it. Where is it? Have they scrambled it away? Oh, for a 65, but it just doesn't skim away the way players anticipated. Here's Screeny with the 65.
And straight over.
Straight and true. And
he has it.
Rounds his man. Onto his right. Screeny. Back to a point.
Score 2 minutes to go in All-Ireland Colleges final. Need to bang this one over the bar.
Micheál Collins with the 65. Oh, has he measured it?
Strike.
Through his routine. By the time the puck out's taken, we'll have 2 minutes, and it is 2.
And hence create these opportunities to get in the freeze.
Shane Ryan has knocked it over. 4 points in it now. Scoring opportunity. There's a free player here, but here comes Shane Ryan.
Oh, some score.
Left. Shane Ryan knocked from the sideline. Strength in numbers as Cathal Kennedy gets on it, and sea champions. And it looks to be heading to Tipperary. It was in Limerick.
Couldn't get the opening. Missed one or two chances.
Yeah,
but overall, you know, you got to see it. There's final
there it
whistle.
is, full time here in Borrisoleigh, and it's Borrisoleigh who are All-Ireland champions. They've won it by 5 points in the end, but what a titanic battle between these two schools. It was all the way back to a point from Colaiste Naomh Cormac.